Good morning, Knicks Nation. Today is Thursday, the 24th day of July, 2025. I hope you're all safe and healthy today. Hope your family is safe and healthy and that the needs of you and your family in terms of food, shelter, clothing, as well as health are being met today. Blessings upon those that work in the area of bringing health, along with first responders, both of whom work together oftentimes to save your lives and improve lives. Blessings upon those that pick up garbage to keep our places clean and those that make deliveries such as mail and pizza for our convenience. Double blessings on the men and women that are out here trying to help rescue, deliver, and recover the teenagers and children that are the victims of child molestation and pedophilia. Those helping people that are victims of prostitution, child prostitution, pornography, child pornography, human trafficking, and sex slavery, all of which are often tied together. Double curses on the perpetrators of these things. Double curses on those who actually profit from these things. And double curses on all the perverts that create the great demands that cause these things to exist. Finally, double blessings on the homeless. More than 700,000 men, women, children, senior citizens, and military veterans homeless in the United States of America. Blessings upon them, for theirs is the kingdom. Today I want to discuss Marjon Beauchamp and what he means in the scheme of the New York Knicks. Again, I want to stress right now, the Knicks have one veteran roster spot and one rookie contract spot. That is 2 spots. That's all they have. Now, unless they make a trade, they won't have but 2 spots. They have 3 two-way contracts available. Now, they picked up Marjon Beauchamp in March, and they immediately signed him to a 2-way contract. That guarantees that the Knicks have his rights. They own his rights. Marjon Beauchamp came into the league in 2022 at age 22 with the Milwaukee Bucks. At that time, he was a raw prospect. Ability to play defense, not much ability offensively. Still needed a lot of work being a young player offensively. But the Knicks, as they have picked him up here in 2025, they get a player that's now 24, that is now developed not only defensively, but now has developed offensively as well, has picked up the speed of the NBA game, and they got him on a 2-way contract. This is the situation right now. Marjon Beauchamp is one of the players, along with, we already mentioned, Dink Pate, Mohamed Diawara. We already have, and then there's, I didn't mention him, but there's Anton Watson. All 4 of these guys performed well in the Summer League, in all the games. Watson is also 24 years old, or he might be 25 years old. Let me just double check that. But Watson performed well. Come out a good program at he's 24. He'll be 25 soon, along with Beauchamp. Performed well, come out of a good program at Gonzaga, solid player. And these guys all deserve roster spots. Talking about Watson, talking about Beauchamp, talking about Pate, and talking about Diawara. They all deserve roster spots. All of them have proven, to me at least, that they are NBA level players. And they have all improved from when they first came into the NBA to now. They've shown tremendous improvement. All 4 of these guys. Then you have Kevin McCullar, who was a very promising prospect. At the beginning of his senior year at Kansas, he was a very promising prospect. Many people compared him to Josh Hart, and I understand it because he was a Charlie Hustle type player. Not very skilled in terms of, like, he wasn't the sharpshooter from the spot up situation, but he really was a guy that could help a team win, a winning piece, like Josh Hart. Wasn't never the rebounder that Hart is. So in that regard, they don't compete. But smart, hustle, speed, and had potential defensively. That's McCullar. His senior season at Kansas was cut short because of his knee injury. But he was well on his way to becoming a first-round NBA pick. Maybe not a lottery pick, but a first-round NBA pick. Coming out of a solid, again, a big program at Kansas, having played big-time ball at Kansas. He had definitely pro potential. But the knee injury messed him up. And so the Knicks and this is, again, what people don't catch yet. If people would just stop listening to clickbait and then fantasy basketball and start watching the real, they would pick these things up. The Don is first always looking for value. Second, when you're a person looking for value, like I like to mention the Goodwill, the store. Why do I mention that? Because when my wife and I were younger, we would go there a lot looking for clothes and maybe travel stuff like suitcases at value, because you can get something cheaper, but you have to be opportunistic to see the value. See? And so there was a movie called Goodwill Hunting, and we would call it that. We were in Connecticut. Connecticut's one of the richest states in the United States. And we would go what we call Goodwill Hunting. We'd go on the map and we look at all the Goodwills we were going to hit that day and spend a Sunday, at least half of it, hitting the Goodwills looking for bargains, Goodwill Hunting. Well, the Don is always Goodwill Hunting. He's looking for a value and he's being opportunistic. At the same time, he has created a flexible situation, as flexible as he can. Very tough to do in this CBA environment, but he has created flexibility so that he can always make moves when he needs to. Now he's committed to what the Knicks have now. So flexibility is limited, but that's okay. It's by design because now we're in championship contention. So with respect to Beauchamp and with respect to McCullar being hurt in his senior season, it was very questionable. He was a risk. He was definitely not a risk teams, including Knicks, would not take as a guaranteed first-round pick because now you're guaranteeing 4 years of money to him. But the Knicks nabbed him in the second round with the hope that he would rebound from his serious knee injury and come back, and now you got a late second-round pick. That's first-round talent. Same with Marjon Beauchamp. Marjon Beauchamp just was in a bad situation. He was on championship level team with the Milwaukee Bucks. He was developing, but he wasn't going to get the minutes to develop. His first year, he appeared in 52 games, averaged 14 minutes a game in those 52 games, averaged 5 points a game. His second year, he appeared in 48 games. He actually started 11 games as a rookie and started one in his second year. And then again, 13 minutes a game. It was all right. But then suddenly, in 2024, he appeared in 26 games, and then he was traded to the Clippers as Milwaukee was trying to get back into contention. They traded him to the Clippers. So he spent 3 games with the Clippers, 26 games with Milwaukee. And that was part of a shakeup because Milwaukee was going through some coaching things, if you recall. They fired their head coach, and then they went and got Doc Rivers, and that wasn't working out, and they were trying different things. So that means Marjon Beauchamp was the odd man out in that scenario. But now the Knicks took advantage of the opportunity by signing him to a 2-way deal. And he came into the summer league looking every bit of a full-grown NBA level player, in my view, from game one. Even when he wasn't shooting the ball well, his poise, his control, and especially his defense. He was an NBA level player on the floor with people that were trying to become NBA level players, in my view. He looked like an NBA level player from the first game. In his second game, even when he went like 1 for 14 or whatever, it wasn't that. That was that game. But defensively, he never wavered, and he was very smart on the floor. Again, he looked like a grown man playing with college kids. Really what he did. So By the time you got to the third game and the fourth game, that's when he was in his stride and showed it on the court. So he, to me, has earned a roster spot. But they only got one. They're already setting their sights on Landry Shamet, understandably. Landry Shamet is an established NBA player, an established scorer, spot up 3-point shooter, 40% shooter from three, and of course a high level defender, as he showed last year with the Knicks. So he's a guy that is an obvious choice for that last vet spot, if they can get it. Then there's no more spots, except the rookie spot, and Diawara is in a good position. He was drafted this year in the second round, pick 51. And they already have allocated money for the rookie spot. So that's included in the cap. Okay? The money for the rookie is already included. So the $3.7 million they have includes a rookie spot and includes a vet spot. Okay? That's what they have. Now, in order to have another roster spot, somebody need to be traded or waived. To me, the player that is on the bubble like that is Tyler Kolek. I know there's a lot of people that was expecting a lot out of Tyler Kolek. I never understood the hype, but I seen it. You know, some people were actually calling him the second coming of John Stockton and using names like Steve Nash. This is where the delusion and the fantasy basketball takes over reality. Tyler Kolek has tremendous vision as a basketball player, passing ability, and even shooting ability. But his defense is way, way below par. And I don't even like when people try to compare him to Jalen Brunson. Brunson can hold his own most of the time, and he will battle. And Brunson, if you look at his body, he's built for that. Kolek is not. And of all the players I named, Anton Watson, if you want to be honest with yourself, Anton Watson, Marjon Beauchamp, Dink Pate, and Mohamed Diawara have all shown more NBA ability right now than Tyler Kolek. Right now, the Knicks have proven point guards and guards that can run the point. They have Jalen Brunson, and they have Deuce McBride. Even among those detractors that have been claiming from day one that Deuce is not a point guard, Deuce has run the point for the Knicks for 4 years now. You should see that. So they have, and by the way, Kolek is not taking Deuce's spot. Some people were calling for that last summer. Oh, Deuce is in trouble. I thought that was so drunkenly ridiculous, but it's shown now. So they have that, and then they're going to bring Shamet back, or Delon Wright, who's a pure point guard at 6'5" and plays defense. So you're going to have 3 vet point guards in a year where you're trying to win a championship. This ain't the year to try to develop Tyler Kolek, except if you're going to do it in the G League. And you have Marjon Beauchamp, who plays NBA level defense, is 6'7", can guard at least 3 positions on the floor, has developed offensively. He hit 6 threes, I think, in his last G League Summer League game. Did it easily because he's playing against lesser competition. And when you put him on the floor, see, if people were trying to make an excuse for Kolek, if he plays with better players, he'll play better. Bullcrap. Cream rises to the top. It's a hard game out there sometimes. It's a hard world. Beauchamp was making it look easy because he was more talented than the competition. He won't shoot 6 threes against regular NBA competition, but I think he can at least shoot league average. He can definitely guard at a higher level, and if you put him with better players, he's going to look better because he's an NBA player. Okay? Same with Diawara, same with McCullar, same with Pate. All of those guys, Watson, all of those guys are going to play better if you put them around better players. So Beauchamp needs a roster spot. Now, right now, the Knicks have 3 two-way deals. 3. Listen, 3. Some of y'all still don't get it. They got 3 two-way deals available. Beauchamp was already signed to one in March. McCullar has signed to one, and Watson has signed to one. 3 good players. You're going to have to give up one of them because you got a 19-year-old Dink Pate, and I'm going to tell you right now, the boy's going to be good. How good, we don't even know. That's the thing about it. That's the thing when you get 19-year-olds with all kind of upside. And they already show they can hang with good players, which Pate has shown. So you're going to have to keep him. You're not letting him go. So you're going to have to let go of a good player to keep Pate. Okay, it's a hard decision, but you got to do it. Unless you open up another roster spot with a trade. If you open up another roster spot and you can put one of those three guys, Watson, Beauchamp, or McCullar, you can put any of those three guys in that right now. I favor Beauchamp right now. Some favor McCullar. I like McCullar, and I want to see some more defense from him. But I like him, and I believe he will, as he continues to get used to the NBA game, because I don't think he could have got used to it that much with the bum knee last year. But obviously, looking at him in summer league, the knee is back, and he is back. So between the three of them, Watson, Beauchamp, and McCullar, you can pick one of them and get them a roster spot that can be opened up with a trade of Kolek. Then you can bring Dink Pate into that two-way opening. Right? So now let's assume it's Beauchamp, my favorite. Some of y'all gonna come on my channel talking about McCullar. I don't care. But the point I'm making, and please don't miss the point, is that you have two-way contracts, three of them. You have four players that can easily fit, but you only have three contracts. You have one roster spot for a veteran, which is probably gonna go to either Delon Wright or Landry Shamet. Then you have Tyler Kolek. Now, I'm not saying Kolek will never be an NBA player. I don't know. But I am saying he's not ready right now at age 24. That's what I am saying. He may, in my view, have reached his ceiling. There may not be any more growth for him. Whether there is or isn't, every player I just named has performed better than him and is more ready than him right now. So if you open up another roster spot, you can put Beauchamp in there. And Beauchamp can actually be called upon to play, if he needs to be, in a roster that's going to run at least 10 deep this season. And maybe you're going to get a 12th guy, 11th and 12th guy, get, like I said, 6 to 8 minutes in that 10-man roster also. Beauchamp can be called upon to not screw up, to play high-level defense, and even knock down some shots for you on the NBA level right now, okay? Even if you chose McCullar, even if you chose Watson, you could not go wrong. I don't want to lose, and I don't think that Don does, any of these very highly valued, low-cost talent. It ain't like, see, some of y'all act like the Knicks are never supposed to make a mistake. And when they do, you yell a mistake from the rooftops as if you discovered something. It's really sad, actually. But people make mistakes, even the Don. Frenchie Fournier was a mistake. Okay? Kemba Walker was a mistake. But the way he set it up, it wasn't no mistake that cost them. They moved on. I think Kolek, giving him all that money guaranteed, I think that was a mistake. I understand it. And I don't want to be one of these revisionist people that says, I knew they shouldn't have signed Kolek, trying to be smart, and you're really sounding stupid. Listen, it was a smart move at the time because Kolek was expected to be a first-round pick. People had him like right outside the lottery, between 15 and 20. A lot of mocks had him at that spot. He was MVP in the Big East tournament. There was a lot of hype around him. So for him to fall in the second round is very similar, for example, that, Rasheer fell this year. Rasheer Fleming fell this year. High value. Again, that's what you're looking for. So you get a guy, or McCullar, with the knee falling into the 50s. So sometimes, not all, but sometimes you can get a guy that should be a first round pick, and for whatever reason he falls into the second round. It does happen, and then you can get value if he actually plays like a first round pick. So with that, and Tibbs was on board with Kolek. He thought he could maybe develop him on the defensive side of the ball. So they brought him in and they gave him the money, thinking maybe they could get, because that's $6.5 million guaranteed over 3 years. That ain't no money. That's minimum money. But he got that. Okay. And he has a fourth year that's not guaranteed. But that's no money for the Knicks. So you got this guy, you got him locked up, you could develop it. Not working out. If you want to be honest, not working out. So they could eat that. Okay. But I know that Don, he ain't going to just give up on Kolek for nothing. If he's going to trade him, he wants a second round pick, no matter when that second round pick is. So we'll see. But Beauchamp needs a roster spot. Either Beauchamp or McCullar. They need a roster spot. Beauchamp's defense is way better right now. Like I said, I believe McCullar will get there. I want to see some more G League time, though. I want to see him play more. And then on a two-way, he could practice with the regular team. And Mike Brown's a heavy practice guy. So I think that will help McCullar develop into whatever he's going to be defensively. I can't tell you exactly what he's going to be. I don't think anybody can. But he has the speed. He has the quickness. He has the hustle. He has the temperament to develop. And of course, overall, the talent. So that being the case, you got to keep him. You got to keep Beauchamp. And you got to keep Watson. You don't got to keep Kolek. So I guess this video is turning into a let's trade Tyler Kolek video, because like I said, I got too many guys. Dink Pate, Mohamed Diawara. I got too many guys that deserve a spot that could really contribute to winning now. All four of those guys. Diawara as a rookie, Pate as a 19-year-old, Watson obviously, and then of course Beauchamp and McCullar. They could all contribute right now. And you can keep 3 of them on G League contracts, and if you want, you can add one to a vet minimum contract if you open up a spot. This is why we said this was going to be a very interesting summer, a very important summer, and it was. And the cream rises to the top, and it did. There's no excuses, man. It's a hard life. Sometimes you got to make hard decisions. Let's see what happens. You all enjoy your Thursday. Sure.